short vowels, short vowels, short vowels. A, E, I, A.
Today, well, it's actually the same day, but today we're learning about exponents. This is an advanced class, kids, and all of you are advanced. And you can learn about exponents today, and then you can go home, which you're already at, and your mom and dad will say, "What'd you learn today?" And you'll be like, "I learned about exponents." And they'll be like, "What? You learned about exponents? That's like middle school." And you'll be like, "Yeah, exponents. It's easy. I got it." Check it out. This is the number 10. But you'll notice there's a little 2 there. That 2 right there, this 2 right there, that is the exponent. This number says 10 to the second power. We always say exponent numbers as to the whatever power. If this said 10 to the 4th, this would read 10 to the 4th power. If this said 10 to the 12th, this would say 10 to the 12th power. You got it? All right, now let me tell you how this goes. See if you can figure it out. I'm gonna do it silently. You just have to watch and see if you can bring the information to your head. See the pattern? Watch this. Ready? 10 to the 6th. That's how you say it. We don't have to say power, but this is 10 to the 6th power. 10 to the 6th. That's our cool short way of saying it. Is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, an exponent tells you to multiply whatever number it's with, it doesn't have to be 10, to multiply it by itself that many times. Cool? So far so good? Now, where are we going with this? You'll see, don't worry. All right. I want you to notice something. Remember that this 10 to the 2nd, also known as 10 squared, was 10 times 10. And I want you to notice that that equals 100. 10 times 10 equals 100, right? Okay. Do you notice anything about this number related to this? Check this out. 10 to the 4th, right? 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, that actually equals, do you notice anything related to this number that connects it to that number? Do you? Yes, Sultan.
Ah, Mr. Bennett. I see you are teaching the children exponents again. Why are you doing that?
Well, Sultan, they have to kind of know this stuff, so I'm teaching it to them.
Mr. Bennett, did you tell them that the exponent number when they're working with powers of 10 is the same as the number of zeros? Well, I was going to tell him that, Sultan, but you busted in. Yes. Well, tell them now.
All right, as you heard, it just works this way, that powers of 10, exponents with 10, are easy to write because they have the same number of zeros as the exponent. So if you said, hey, Sally, what's 10 to the 8th? Sally could either do 10 times 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 8 times. Or she could say, oh, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom, boom. 10 to the 8th is 100 million. Cool? Yes, cool. Alright, today I'm going to show you a way to write an expanded form using exponents. So in the past, I've showed you one way to do expanded form. Let's start with a number. 8, 2, 6, 3. Okay. If I really wanted to write this in expanded form, I could do it like this. 8,000 plus 200 plus 60 plus 3. Or I could do really long expanded form like 8 times 1,000, put in a bracket, plus 2 times 100, plus 6 times 10, plus 3. Cool? Now, let's use our exponents to make this run a little easier. Instead of 8 times 1,000, let's write 8 times 1,000 is 10 to the 1, 2, 3. Good. And now instead of 2 times 100, let's write 2 times 10 to the second. 1, 2. 100 is 10 to the second. 10 times 10. And 6 times 10 to the first. That's just 10. 10 to the first is just 10. And this is the especially tricky part. 3 times 10 to the 0. Let me explain. 10 to the 0, any number to the 0 equals 1. And that's because 10 to the 0 means to do 10 divided by 10. Any number to the 0 is the number divided by itself, okay? So once we go negative exponents, which we'll do someday in the future, way future, maybe, then we'll do that. But for now, know that 1 is 10 to the 0. So when you get down here, just follow the pattern. 3, 2, 1, and what's left is 3 times 10 to the 0. Let's do another. Okay. Here's a large number, and we're going to write it in expanded form using exponents. Just because we're going to do it. I don't do this every day. Your parents don't do it every day. Scientists do it sometimes. They have a way of doing this to write very big numbers. This is just an exercise for you to try. So, if we had to write this in expanded form, because somebody said, write that in expanded form, we can do it if we have to. Okay? So it's going to be this 700,000, right? So that's 7 times 100,000. So that's 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I did it. 7 times 10 to the 5th. Cool? This is going to be 6 times 10 to the 4th. And we can skip the 0. And That's 8 times 100, so that's 8 times, what's 100? How many zeros? 2. 8 times 10 to the 2 to the second, and that's 60. That's 6 times 10, so that's 6 times 10 to the first. Remember, 10 is just 10, not 10 times 10, just 10. And then 4 ones is going to be 4 times 10 to the 0. Kind of fancy? This is just fancy math. Fancy! You don't have to do this much. Just be able to do it. So in case you're applying for a job and they're like, well, do you know how to write in expanded form using exponents? You can say, oh yeah, I got that.